This pile of books is really heavy, so I'm going to put it over there. Ladies and fictional men, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, hi, I'm Kit. Today's video is actually one that was unplanned, but then I was just on Canva making a graphic for my Bookstagram, which you guys should follow because I'm actually more active on there than I am on YouTube. Also, please ignore what my finish looks like. That's just the way it has dried. Yeah, this video is going to be my 10 before the end, which was a trend a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, which I was like, I'm not going to do. And then I was just messing around on Canva and I made a graphic for it. And I was like, I'm going to make this as a YouTube video. So, yeah. Some of these books, one of these books I don't own, and it's because it's my current audiobook, and I will talk about it when I get there. So first book is Scott and Bothered. I'm not going to tell you what this one is about because I literally spoke about it in my most recent video, which I believe is a book called. This is by Alexandra Kiley, and it's set in Scotland, and my boyfriend's Scottish, so I had to get this one. This one is a reread, and that is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is the cover for the show, and I actually quite like it. I like the fact that they've kept the font. And then this is the back. So this follows Pippa Fitzmahoby when she picks a cold case in her town of Little Kilton, which is the cold case of Andy Bell, because she wants to talk about it for her EPQ, and because this is set in Britain. An EPQ is like final major project. I believe she's in sixth form, or she's in year 11, so she's either 16 to 18 range. I could be wrong, can't quite remember. I binge watched the show in a day because I was ill. So yeah, this follows her as she reopens the Andy Bell case and solves it, and then finds out that the police not only did they do a terrible job, but the person they thought was behind it wasn't behind it. Next book is purely because last Friday of me filming this, so filming this on 13th, so for Thursday, literally for Friday that's gone, when Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein film came out. I want to reread Frankenstein. I probably won't read this edition because I have 4 editions. I have 1, 2, 3 hardcovers, 1 paperback. I'll probably just read my paperback again. Maybe, I don't know. I have 4 editions and I'm probably going to get more because it's Frankenstein. It's my favourite classic, and if you don't know what it's about, how? So essentially, story of Frankenstein follows a doctor called Victor who is obsessed with death. I'm trying to describe it in a way that will make sense for the film and this. Who's obsessed with death and then sets out to create something, a human, back from the dead. That's a very bad description. And Mary Shelley, you are probably turning in your grave. I do apologise. Yeah. The film literally gave me the same feelings as reading the book for the first time, which I love. Next one is Murder at the Black Cat Cafe. I'm just going to read the blurb. Tokyo, 1947. Oh, Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. Frankenstein is by Mary Shelley. This is by Seishi Yokomizo. I'm probably wrong. Tokyo, 1947. The Pink Labyrinth is one of the bomb-scarred city's shadiest neighbourhoods. There, in the dead of night, a patrolling policeman catches a young Buddhist monk digging in the backyard of the Black Cat Cafe. A notorious brothel. In the shallow grave at its feet lies the dead body of a woman, her face disfigured beyond recognition, and the corpse of a black cat. Who is the murdered woman, and how is she connected to the infamous establishment? And where did the dead cat come from? Given that the cafe's feline mascot seems to be alive and well. The brilliant sleuth Kosuke Kindadashi investigates, but as he draws closer to the truth, he finds himself in grave danger. That just sounds really good. Then, Anna Huang's new book, which is The Defender, and that is part of a series. I will not be talking about this one because I got it in my last video as well, which is a book haul. Then I have a aggressively big copy, but if you know me in real life, you know one of the actually no, I don't like the Disney version. A film that I'm obsessed with is specifically, I'm trying to see, do I have it on DVD? No, I don't, but I own it on YouTube. The 2003 version of Peter Pan. It's one of my top favourite films. If I am sad or I'm ill, I'm either watching Lizzie, watching Scooby-Doo, or I'm watching Peter Pan. And I've been wanting to read it for years, and for years I've been hunting down a copy, and I found this one, which is Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, and it's also illustrated. This is what the end papers look like. If you don't know what Peter Pan is about, it's about a boy called Peter who can never grow up, and it follows him and his adventures as he meets the Darling children, which is Wendy, Michael and John, and they all go to Peter Pan's home, which is Neverland, and they meet the Lost Boys, and it's just about their adventures. And the next one is arguably not a book, and it's actually a comic, which my dad and his girlfriend got me for my birthday, which is Nightwing Rebirth, and I've been putting them off, and I really want to read them, but at the same time I don't want to read them because obviously they're comics, so I can finish them in a day. So if I do a 24-hour video, I can read comics, and then it's big brain. But yeah, I want to read that, and I'm so excited for it. So if you guys don't know, Nightwing is part of the DC universe, and he is also known as Richard Grayson, aka Dick Grayson, who was first Robin under Batman's wing. No pun intended. So Dick becomes Robin after both his parents, the Flying Graysons, die in an accident, and so Bruce, finding an orphan, adopted him and then made him Robin, which is kind of arguably not a good idea, but you know, I will never say that to Batman's face because he's Batman. Next book is One for Moonhatch by Sarah A. Parker. I know nothing about this book other than the fact it's a fantasy. So this is the blurb. She's an assassin on for one. Rave's job, is it Rave? It's R-A-E-V-E. Job is to complete orders and never get caught. Until a rival assassin devastates her world and she is captured by a group of powerful fae. He's the dragon rider who stopped at nothing to save her. Crushed by the loss of his great love, Khan Vega hunts the world for answers. No clue lures him to the capital's high-security prison, where he finds Rave. Together they'll burn it all down. Now they seek truths that threaten to shatter everything they know about their world and each other. This #1 best-selling global phenomenon will transport you into a world filled with magic, dragon, and love that blazes through for ages. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I want to read more fantasies because growing up I was a thriller reader, and then I started to get into romance. No, I was a thriller reader, and then I was a fantasy reader, and then I was romance, and now all I read is romance and / dark romance. Speaking of, Insatiable by Lee Rivers. This is my next book. I think a lot of these are part of series. Yeah. If he can't have her, no one else can. Cade Mitchell is obsessed with someone he despises, a snake in an angel's skin. Stacey Rhodes is everything he can't forget, the girl who shattered his heart and drove him deep into the darkness of the underworld. He watched her for years, killed anyone who came close to her, but now granted a brief moment of freedom from the life he's trapped in, he's back home and driven to claim her again, breaking every rule he's ever made for himself. Not even his hatred can stop the pull between them. But he'll never forgive her, will he? This sounds so good. I'm just excited to read all of these. And I'm actually uploading this in December because I'm currently 2 weeks ahead filming wise. And then yeah, I would say do I make a video, but my plan is to film as much in December, and then I have an idea that I want to do, so I won't be doing Bookmas. I mean, this video is coming out in December. I won't be doing Bookmas. However, I might be doing extra videos in December. Don't know, depends on what I can do. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh wait, no! Actually, not my outro yet. So, for last book, on my 10 before the end, I feel like this is kind of cheating, but at this point I was running out of ideas, because even though I do a TBR video every month or every 2 months, I am a mood reader. But this book is for audiobook I'm currently reading, which is Hunting for Hunter. If you're scratching, that's my dog, by Hannah Harp. Essentially, this book blew up. It's dual POV, I think. Even though I'm reading it, I've already forgotten. And it's where for audiobook, I've literally gotten it up on Spotify because it's included in Premium, and I've run out of audiobook hours. I'm currently, can I look? I'm on, annoyingly, God, I'm quite far. I'm on track 19, and I've run out of audiobook hours. Essentially, this is also her debut, and for love interest speaks directly to the readers, and that hasn't happened yet, and so far it's not that good, and I was very excited for this book. And when it came out, I literally put on my audiobook from number 3 to 1.5, which was for Losers Club Part 2, which I thoroughly enjoyed. That's a good series. But you'll hear me talk about it more in my reading wrap up. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below what videos you want me to do. Questions, and then I'll happily do a Q&A video. Also, give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I shall see you on my next one.